celebrate every day like a birthday. Good things come to those that wait up.
I am your host, Brian, and today I'm doing another video because I was talking and having a conversation with someone, and it actually sparked a conversation. And I know I've heard this type of talk before among other men, and I wanted to relay some information that I'd already researched on this subject. But have you ever been around, especially men, have you ever been around a group of individuals who are just so, gosh, immature? And then the topic gets on the topic of masculinity, and then you hear people pounding their chest saying I'm an alpha male or this is a beta male. It's so weird to me that people want to put themselves into categories, in boxes. And what I've always done, and I think I do a pretty good job of it, is that I don't ever like to put myself in a category. I think I'm a unique person. I think that I cover a lot of different areas. And then when I start researching something, it also made me think, well, I kind of think that kind of applies to me more than anything else. I don't brag about my successes. I don't brag about material things. I don't like to tell people anything really about my personal life, especially on social media. It's just so stupid. But you got people out there that always want to pretend. These phony dudes. Again, people who claim they've got this newfound life, and it's just ridiculous. They end up looking like bozos and misfits. But then I started thinking to myself, let me understand this thinking a little bit better. And so when I started thinking about it and having this conversation with this friend of mine, I pointed him to a video. And then I asked him, did he see qualities of himself in this video? And he said, well, maybe there are some. And I said, well, that tells you a lot. So I'm going to play this same video to you all. And when you hear people, men, talking about themselves, pay attention to this video, because I want you to see if it fits certain individuals.
There seems to be a lot of confused men in the world who mistakenly believe that they are Sigma males just because they may be introverted or consider themselves to be weird or different. However, being a Sigma means way more than just being misunderstood by society. While it's still wildly up for debate about whether someone is born a Sigma or becomes one, there's no shame in wanting to become one. Because after all, Sigmas do possess many positive traits that make them the quietly dominant and enigmatic men that they are. So whether you are a Sigma or strive to be like one, I'm going to be discussing 10 signs that indicate that you're not a Sigma male. Let's dive right in. Number 1. You try too hard to fit into a personality type. Every man is unique and has his own set of qualities that make him who he is. Whenever somebody starts to go against who they are fundamentally, for the sake of fitting into a personality type that they think is cool, this is a clear indicator that they aren't a Sigma. True Sigma males don't mold their lives around being a Sigma. They mold their lives around becoming the best version of themselves as they possibly can. People who try too hard to fit into a specific personality type end up limiting their personal growth and development. This is because they might ignore or suppress parts of themselves that don't truly fit the mold. It also leads to a lack of authenticity because people are trying too hard to be somebody they aren't. Number 2. Your personality is not flexible. While I often talk about the traits that make up Sigma males on my channel, it's important to note that a true Sigma male will never 100% match with every single trait they see in videos or read online. While you may have 90% of the traits that Sigma males exhibit, lacking the 10% doesn't disqualify you from being a Sigma. A fake Sigma believes that in order to be a true Sigma, you must possess 100% of the traits. Real Sigmas don't care if they possess 100% of the traits or not, because they understand that every single person is different, We all have different backgrounds, stories, tragedies, struggles, and motivations. There will never be somebody who fits into a personality type 100%, and anybody who thinks they do are probably fake Sigmas. Number 3. You have big goals but never execute on them. Having big goals is important for personal growth and fulfillment, but it's equally important to take action towards those goals. There are people who get stuck in their own heads, daydreaming about their goals without taking any action towards achieving them. While it's great to have a vision for the future, it's essential to break that vision down into actionable steps and actively pursue those steps. Without taking action, your goals will remain nothing more than a distant dream. True Sigma males will act on their goals. If they have a dream, they will spend their time doing real tasks to achieve it. People who just talk about their goals instead of being proactive with them are not Sigmas. Number 4. You constantly seek approval from others. A real Sigma male does not need the approval of others. He is a self-reliant man who is confident in his pursuits and competent at getting things done. He does not feel the need to prove himself to others because he doesn't need the validation. A true Sigma gains validation from within by competing with himself to achieve great things. A Sigma values himself on his accomplishments and self-pride rather than the praise or approval of others. If you're constantly trying to prove how great you are to others, then you're probably not a Sigma. A true Sigma does not go out of his way to tell his friends or family that he is a Sigma. He doesn't feel the need for others to know that about him. Number 5. You're a snob when it comes to your tastes. It can be incredibly frustrating and annoying when someone is a snob with their taste in music, art, movies, or anything else. These individuals often look down on others who don't share their tastes and can be dismissive or even hostile towards those who have different opinions. This kind of behavior is not only elitist and exclusive, but also demonstrates a lack of empathy and understanding towards others. True Sigma males respect the opinions of others and never gatekeep things. Number 6. You have no self-control or discipline. The concept of Sigma males is often associated with traits such as independence, self-sufficiency, and non-conformity. However, one of the most defining characteristics of a Sigma male is their high level of self-control and discipline. Sigmas are individuals who have a clear sense of purpose and direction, and they utilize their self-control and discipline to hold themselves to a higher standard in life. If you lack self-control or discipline, it's difficult to claim the status of a Sigma male because these traits are integral to the persona. Sigma men are not impulsive or reactive, but are instead able to maintain a sense of calm and composure in any situation. They have a clear vision of what they want to achieve, and they use their self-control and discipline to make it happen. Number 7. You care too much about appearances. If you care too much about brand names or are trying to flex superficial things, then you're probably not a Sigma male. A true Sigma male would rather be rich than look rich. This is because Sigmas are highly practical with their approaches to finances and climbing the ladder of success. They know that splurging on ridiculously expensive clothes or cars for the sake of appearances is highly irresponsible. Not only is it a poor financial decision, it goes against everything a Sigma is about. Sigma males don't need validation from others, so they shouldn't feel the need to be validated based on their appearance. This isn't to say that Sigma males don't take pride in how they look. They do, but it's not for the sake of others, it's for themselves. Number 8. You think you're better than everyone else. A fake Sigma male will think that he is superior to everybody because of his inflated sense of ego. While it is true that Sigma males possess many strong and positive qualities, they don't go around flaunting it. Real Sigmas understand that every single person has their own strengths and weaknesses, and that they are not superior to anyone. A true Sigma knows how to keep his ego in check and not let it become inflated. Having a superiority complex is not something to be proud of, and a real Sigma does not put himself on a pedestal. Number 9. You always deflect blame onto others. One of the key traits of a Sigma male is their ability to take ownership of their actions and decisions. They are individuals who take responsibility for their mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. On the other hand, If you always deflect blame onto others, you fail to take accountability, and you lack the integrity to admit when you're wrong, then you're definitely not a Sigma male. Number 10. You view everything in black or white. To see the world in black or white is to view things as being either completely right or completely wrong, with no room for nuance or shades of gray in between. People who see the world in black or white often hold rigid and inflexible beliefs, and they tend to judge situations or people based on these beliefs without considering alternative perspectives or interpretations. This kind of thinking can lead to a narrow-minded worldview, intolerance of different viewpoints, and a lack of understanding. It can also prevent individuals from seeing the complexities of life and appreciating the diversity of experiences and opinions that make up the world we live in. A true Sigma male is flexible in his beliefs, willing to have an open mind, and analyze the world around him to come to conclusions that sometimes might fall into some gray areas.
How many of you, leave a comment, didn't even have a clue of what a Sigma male was until you saw this video? Some of you may have. And this is why I keep telling people that there are a lot of pretenders out there. You know, there are people who claim that they are know-it-all. They are experts at everything. I even heard one person who claims to be a know-it-all say they don't need Google. They don't need to research things because they know more than Google. But then found out that they had to look up or use Google to look up the name of a movie that they couldn't remember. How many times have you heard people say, you know what, I'm the peacekeeper, I'm the nice person, I'm the one who tries to, do all these nice things. But they let other people, or maybe even this channel, push them to the brink of anger because they can't control themselves. Again, a lot of people want to bang their chest, claim that they're alphas. There's so much more out there, men, to achieve. There's so much more out there. And there's better ways to conduct ourselves so that other generations can look upon us as examples. I really had a good conversation with my friend today, and I'm going to keep going on and on and on about some of these things, including the Sigma male, because I think a lot of people are not aware of it. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you like it, give us a like. Changed a couple of things. The opening intro, I'm going to be changing the look and feel of our Drinks and Discussions streams. Hopefully you will enjoy that. Please give me a comment about what you think about those as well. So until next time.
Cap and a stem, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. I'm Luke Skywalking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday.